Yeah, I think that everybody thought that the Ukrainians wouldn't fight. I don't think that the Ukrainians fighting was the right move for Ukraine. I don't think that General Mark Milley is famous for saying 3 days to Kiev, right? That's his quote from before the conflict started. I don't think military brass in the United States thought Ukraine was going to fight. I think that what their goal was to either resolve the issue in the Donbass and then use that to get Ukraine into NATO and the EU, further expanding the NATO alliance up against the Russian border, putting pressure on the Russians, and then economically strangulating them and pulling them away from China, because China is the real target for the United States. China is the adversary that is coming up into power, the economic powerhouse, not necessarily militarily, but just China is the US's competition, right? It's not Russia. So the goal was to pull Russia and its energy and commodities away from a Chinese influence, because that would make China a different beast. And I think it has now. China is going to be securing its energy resources for the foreseeable future through Russia. They're building pipelines and stuff like that. So I think that the goal was either the Ukrainians go in and end the civil war and then join NATO, or the Russians actually commit, which I don't think the West actually expected the Russians to commit. And when the Russians commit, we will sanction them to oblivion and cause regime change in Russia. In June, when that didn't happen, that everything that comes after that is plan B and what I would consider desperation. And I think that now we're almost seeing a complete drop of Ukraine. It's not in the media as much anymore. It's not being talked about. Israel, the whole Israel thing happened perfectly timed for Israel and perfectly timed for the West to get out of their bad optics and their bad publicity on Ukraine. And for Israel, I mean, Israel was looking at increasingly chaotic and I would say there was a fire burning in Israel around the judicial system, right? They were having a lot of issues with that. And I think all of this came at a perfect time to sort of alleviate that. And I'm not saying that it was planned or it was a false flag or anything like that. I'm not trying to get into conspiracy theories, but I just think that the timing was very perfect for the U.S. to capitalize on it and say, "Oh, look we need to support Israel, 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 Israel." And then Israel was like, "Yeah, this is great. Let's go this direction, because we are, facing a lot of domestic issues, and we can use this to kind of gain a lot of support and silence all of that for a while."
Hey guys, it's the editor guy here, and before you go, consider joining the Telegram channel and gain news from Ukraine, Israel, and world events around the world. First, all you have to do is scroll down to the description below, click on the Telegram link, and you'll have access to all news around the world. Thank you, and I hope you enjoy it. See ya.